Yeah. Oh, baby, you know what time it is. Oh, Friday, and I have nothing in my glass. I'm scrambling tonight. Trickle on in, folks. Trickle on in. Doing a little... Let's just start with something classic. Guy Davis. I haven't even know if Guy Davis is here yet, but he already knows. Old Forester time, baby. Man, Guy Davis got his shirt on. Several of you ordered, the shirt again, right? Everyone's sending me pictures of them in their shirts now. They got the shirt. You got the shirts. No, I was so unprepared. Literally set everything up minutes. I was still setting up when I hit go live. But happy Friday. We're here. We made it. Who do we got in here? Look, I didn't even have the chat ready. Truman, Joe Dickinson, Wilmington, Johnny, the pre-gamers. Hey, a couple things to all the dads in the chat. It's Father's Day weekend. We're starting it off tonight. It's your whole weekend. You get to drink whatever you want to drink. That's the rules. 2, it's Friday the freaking 13th. Literally just noticed that by looking. So, be careful. Just creepy things happen. Jake! Let's freaking go. Freaking Stu! There's Guy Davis. Peter White. Tony Bag of Donuts. Tony, I'm gonna be drinking basically your samples that you sent me tonight. So, because I want to. They all sound amazing. He says, FYI, and maybe a hot take, Domino's stuffed crust is legit. And maybe the best stuffed crust pizza. I'll be perfectly honest with you. I've only had Pizza Hut stuffed crust, and like that's the only pizza I really like. I'll have to do a side by side, dude. I love pizza crust. Pizza Hut stuffed crust pizza is good. Now I want pizza. Josh Fritz, good evening. Teddy Ballgame, stuffed crust is so good, but it's basically the equivalent of eating 2 slices of pizza. I mean, it is, but like, if you're eating pizza and you're worried about like eating 2 slices versus 1 slice, like your priorities are already wrong. Cause like, I don't eat pizza. I'll eat pizza like when we have a bourbon get together and like you just need something to soak up the booze so you could just drink more. That's the only time I'm eating pizza. But 2 slices, I mean, at that point, you might as well just eat the whole pizza, you know? That's what's gonna happen. That's what I do. But, I want pizza now. Ordered pizza! Joe the Sam Guy says, order the pizza. What up, Big Dave? James B is here on a Friday, but he's been sick. I've had this virus all week, and isn't really getting better, so no going out for me today. I've still had like this residual cough. You know, it was like 2 weeks ago I was sick, but I still have this little, might just be allergies, I don't know. Corgi! Got some Eagle Rare to start the night off. Go. And tomorrow is the Army's 250th birthday. Which, you know, they told me they were sending me a sample of it, of Green River's dropping a 250th anniversary Green River barrel proof. I still haven't gotten it. They've been talking like 2 months. I just haven't gotten it, so I'm an afterthought. It'll probably show up in like another month. That's fine. But I'm getting something from Bardstown. I have to sign for it tomorrow, and it says from Bardstown, but I didn't talk to anyone. So I don't know what that's all about. Maybe that's it? Daniel Berry Sports Highlights. What up, Daniel Berry? Dude, Daniel Berry, are you an avid watcher of the two-time 1993-1994 video game blockbuster champion? What up, Martin? Call my boss and ask her to let us go an hour early. I'll do it. I call him live. Yes. I don't know if you know who I am, but your workers need to go. And you need to go too. What up, Marty? Whiskey Nose? 49er fan Matt. What's up, Matt? Adam Neves. What's up, brother? Happy friggin' Friday. Abso-friggin-lutely. There's Guy. That's a beautiful bottle. Yeah, Guy Davis sent me a photo of his shirt. I don't know. I posted a bunch of them. They all snagged that logo. You guys weren't kidding. What's up, Fly Fisher? Freaking nerd. Raymond! Andrew Kelly, member for 39 months. Dude, that's a lot of months. Holy crap. 39. That's 3 years and some months. What's up, Elvis? Oh, Johnny, go ahead and run it in. Rub it in. 6 more days of work till Hawaii, baby. I've always wanted to go to Hawaii. We go on our trip. Well, one right now, I can yell as loud as I want because Mrs. Wrench, she's on a little family trip without me, exploring the Rockies. But we go on our trip. We don't go on our trip until the end of next month. So I gotta lounge around. I'm usually a thin crust guy from local regional places. See, I am not a thin crust pizza unless this is the huge caveat. When I think of like real pizza, okay, I'm thinking of like
cheers tumbler glass, let's go.
Oh God, the voice.
I've been out cheering on the national champions Texas Longhorns softball team, sign of the Horns medium light skin tone softball trophy, and go LSU baseball to Gauze Lol appreciate you, Trev.
I love medium Caucasian hand. I love that she read the skin color tone of the emoji. Miracle Martinez, cheers, let's go. Haven't been here 3 weeks. National champion, Texas Longhorns, and she's Gox to LSU, whatever that means. No. Arkansas Razorbacks are going to destroy the Tigers tomorrow. I will be front and center of my freaking TV. Thank you for the $10 super chat. Go Tigers. Freaking, what is that? Go. Who does that? It's Go Tigers is as cringe to me as freaking the Razorbacks Woo Pig Suey chant. I hate it. I hate that. Woo. Come on. Anyway, pizza. Real pizza like over in Italy, they have like the pizza they make super thin and they cut it with scissors. So if you just tell them how big of a piece you want and they like just cut you a square with scissors, that kind of pizza where like the bread is kind of burnt, you know? I don't even know if it's like, it seems so different. That thin. But if we're talking like Pizza Hut, Domino's, Papa John's, like just your run-of-the-mill pizza place. Gotta be thick, meaty, cheesy, and the crust full of stuffed. You know? Just gotta be. Tony Martin, I picked up the Old Forester Bottled in Bottle today. Bottled in Bond Bottle Day, Local 28, my first Old Forester bottle. Tony Martin! Dude. This is usually like my go-to budget pour. This is definitely like, I skipped it. I didn't replace it for a little bit. Even like a month. I have not had one of these in a month. Even that amount of time, I have forgotten how much I enjoy this. I freaking love this bottle. Pro tip too. Reminder, guys, it's boating season. It's pool days. You don't have to be a snob and just drink neat whiskey all the time. You could freeze this. Put this in the freezer in the ice chest. This bottle cold is good. It turns it like it's super banana. Like a chocolate covered banana. It's awesome. What's the deal with your jersey? So, our local team, I love the gross looking bone in the D. But the Arkansas Travelers this week, they rebranded their dog. So they have a team. The team dog his name's Dizzy, and they rebranded this week to the Barkansas Dizzies for his birthday. So we took Willow. They allow dogs. So I took Willow to a game. Had to get the jersey, you know. Love it. All the players are on it. Really cool. Willow had a great time. I need the same camera you have. It's killer. This is a Sony A7 III. The A7 IV has come out, so I think, look on eBay. They should be, I mean, they're still expensive, don't get me wrong. But they should be much better. I haven't even looked. A Sony A7 III. You don't look at those. Like a pre-owned one. That guy's selling his for $1,400, and it comes with a lens, a bunch of batteries. So, $1,200. Really good camera. I use it, I mean, photography, everything. What up, Dennis? Waxter, the Whack Attack, Jeffrey freaking Whack? What up? That dude is whack! How the heck has Jake been? Jake's been killing it, I know he has. He's been running every day. Join the Patreon, guys. I can't announce this because I already made a post about it, but there may be, because I don't want to spoil it too much, you know what I'm saying? Like, I spoiled it completely on the Patreon post, but we can let people hang a little bit. We will be picking or releasing 2 different bottles in 18-year-old light whiskey, hazmat light whiskey. I'm gonna tell y'all, I just posted that video, and Penelope is coming out with their 20-year-old light whiskey that's also hazmat. I'm gonna tell you right now, ours is gonna be like $69. Wait and see what theirs is gonna be. I bet you ours is gonna be way down here, and theirs is gonna be freaking expensive. Watch. Just wait and see. We're coming for you, Penelope. And then the other one is a blend of bourbon, rye, and a light whiskey that has been double oaked for 5 years. Yeah. So those are coming. Those will be coming sooner than later. Ricardo! Trev loves watching men in tight pants. What's wrong with that? So those are the immediate ones to be released. When I get a date, I'll let you guys know. As far as other picks, though, we got more. I have to travel to a distillery somewhere and do some picking. That's right. That's right. I will be vlogging, baby. Vlogging. Big D Energy sipping on a Penelope Toasted, readying the palate for my Buckner 15-year next. Cheers. Let's go. Chris Valencia's here. Roy is walking. It would not surprise me if Roy is actually walking right now. Thanks for seeing my post. The bottle also had a free Forster bottle of old-fashioned syrup that I would give a try and add to my collection. It's good. I've seen that too. I see. I'm an idiot, and so my store had those too. With it comes with like a little free thing. I love when brands do add the free stuff. Obviously buy that one, especially around the holidays. They'll always just do the same exact bottle, but it comes with like some mugs or a glass or a bottle of old simple syrup or something. It's the same price, so just always buy that one. But I should have bought the one with the old fashioned because I've always wanted to try their mix, and I think that's like the only way you get it is buying that bottle. What up, Jason Kobe, the legend? Gene makes me harder than a diamond in an ice storm. That's freaking hard. Gene will be on. We'll do a live stream whenever those bottles get ready to freaking be sold to you guys. We'll get a live stream going with so many guests. What distillery? Are you talking? We're doing the 18 years. Wherever Gene gets his stuff, it has to. I'm fairly certain this. And this is what's crazy, is the light whiskey that Gene gets, somehow, I think it's all coming from the old stock that was, like, over at MGP. So, I think the light whiskey we put out with him is, like, the same stuff that's over in the Penelope stuff, I would think. Like, no one just has 20-year-old light whiskey sitting around. They do. They have it. They're the only one. I'm intrigued by the one that's finished. Double oaked for 5 years. That'll be fun. What up, Matt T? Alright, I need something else. Should we get, let's just pour some of this. Tony sent me, he sent me a sample of Starhill Farm, and someone else also sent me the sample I did the video. So we have an extra one of these. So I'm gonna just pour it because I don't have much of the other one. But he also sent me. This is what's interesting. So he sent me the Lost Recipe, and then which is the Mocha Stave, and then he sent me a Maker's 10. He sent me, I guess it were these picks. They're Maker's Mark, but it's only one stave. So it's 10 of the 46 staves and then 10 of the French Mendiant staves. Normally it's like 3, 1, 4, whatever. This is just 10 of one stave, which I don't know if I've had any of them. Let's just do the 46, because that should be... Wait, that should be like a Maker's 46 cast strength, right? In theory? That's what that should be. Always pre-game with Trev. Gotta get lubed up. I mean, that's what... You don't show up to Matt Madness unlubed. The Penelope one is most likely the one Danny has pulled for the KBF. If it is, it's ignorantly insane. One of the best American light whiskeys I've ever had. It's going to be $250-ish. Whoa. James, what is KBF? I'm sipping Knob Creek 18, batch 3, lots of oak. I get in the mood for that much oak, though, sometimes. It's weird. I bought a bottle of Larceny once that came with an ice mold that puts a key on your cubes. What? Why do they do that, like, all the time? That sounds awesome. Got a Metallica show tomorrow in Houston? Heck yeah. Big D! Welcome to the Patreon, baby! Trev, is that a minor league baseball jersey? If so, what's the name of the team and who are they affiliated with? It is, but this is their... I was explaining earlier, this was, they rebranded this week for dogs. But they're normally the Arkansas Travelers. They're a AA affiliate to the Seattle Mariners. But for this week, they became the Barkansas Dizzies. I just loved it. I thought it was freaking cool. I'm a huge Travelers fan. They won the Texas League Championship last year. Hey Trev, school's out for summer. Time for Mrs. Wrench's special guest appearance. I'll get her on here. Whoa, that is definitely... You can tell that's freaking Maker's 46, but it's not the same as just Maker's 46 cast strength. It's like over the top Maker's 46. Like, that's crazy. Like, over. I wouldn't recommend going all 10. Like, you need to sprinkle in maybe like a couple of other ones, but that's Maker's 46 for you. Whoa. It's like super French oak. Extra French on that sucker. Martin. So normally during the week, Wednesdays at the ballpark are dog Wednesdays. You bring your dog. You can only sit in the berm. So you go in, like there's a side entrance. You go in like the third base side. And you just go, like you can walk through the third base side. They have like a little barrier. Like your dog can't go beyond this barrier. Which is, it's perfect because the barrier is right before the bar. So you can go to the bar with your dog. And then just walk back. I brought lawn chairs and we sat in the berm in the outfield. But this week, you could bring your dog any day. So I was like, I'm going to bring her on a random Tuesday. It was fun. And so when you bring your dog too, you get your ticket's $3. Really cool. Really cool promotion. Drink some beers. They even had, this person walked by. They seemed legit. This wasn't just a rando. But they gave her a bag of, what was that? Beef. It was dried beef lung. And it were like these little bits of like cow lungs. And she loved that crap. Tony, I picked a 9-year, 5-month store pick George Dickle 100 proof earlier this week. I have a 16-year-old George Dickle from 4 years ago. Both are good. Store pick of a Dickle? I haven't even seen one of those. I bet that's really freaking good. What up, Peter B? The Travs they're double A. Double A. They're affiliated with the Mariners, which seems weird. Like, you know, like, it's so crazy how all over the place they are. An Arkansas team associated with the Mariners. We used to be, and I mean, at this point, it's probably been freaking 15 years, but we were affiliated with the Angels. I don't know when that changed or how that changes. Like, how do you just, we're going to start being this team? Like, you know, like, how does that work? What up, Mike Stuff? Sipping on Jack Daniel's Single Barrel Proof 135.2. Let's go. So good. Those bottles are so good. Another bottle that I just often, I would say forget about it. I can't go and regularly get them, so I don't drink it often. I'd buy a bourbonwrench Dickle pick. Oh, I didn't even know they did picks. I think we need a Dickle pick. And there you go. There's the sticker right there. Dickle picks. It would be us like holding a Polaroid, but it's a pickle or an eggplant or something. I'm an idiot. I am so dumb. Yes, I knew. I was thinking of I'm dumb. I know what you're talking about. They have different proofs. I have one. Mine's 17. I've had it for years. I'm scared to fit. It was so good. One of the best Dickle bottles I've ever had. I ended up buying, speaking of that pick, dude, I bought like easily 12 of those bottles. I sent DC, freaking, he alone bought like 6 of them. I sent him one for his birthday, and he messaged me back and was like, I need more. Go back and buy them. JH has an 18-year. Isn't it? So I think the 104.3, I think that's the highest proof it goes, right? Because I think that's what mine is. It's like 104. It's like low 100s. But they go down. Like, that's the highest the pick will be. And then they go down, like, I don't even know. Probably freaking down to 80. Yeah, here's mine right here. These guys. Now, it does say aged 15, but if you... Where was it? Like, if you just looked at, like, when the... Like, on the little tag when it was picked and stuff, it came out to be 17 at the time of the purchase of this bottle. So... That's all I got left of it. It's such a good bottle. So what's mine? Yeah, 52.3. So that's 104.6. 104.6. I don't know. I might get into that tonight. That's so freaking good. A friend of mine got a 21 year that was 82 proof. But I don't know, like, I haven't tried. You said don't bother below 100. So even if it's 21, like the 82 proof is not good. Huh. Dram it all. What's up, brother? OGD 114 to start the night. Man, you guys remember the rumor that it was going away? I have never seen so much OGD 114 in my life. So I don't think that was ever true. Went with the Bull Run 15 Pinot. Oh. That is one of the best picks to have ever blessed humankind. It was a mistake of a bottle. It was finished way longer than it was supposed to be. You know? Buddy of mine, Centauri rep, OGD has never been going anywhere. But you remember that? There was that freaking rumor. It makes you wonder, like, where do you even hear, like, where do the rumors come from? Because someone had to have heard something. Probably from a drunk guy. But here's the thing. I only entertained it because of the same thing happened when they said, oh, the Knob Creek 15 picks are going away. That, like, they're dropping the picks. They're not going to be 15, 14, 13 anymore. And then a month went by, and instead of, you know, me doing the rational things, which would to be buy every 15-year-old pick that I came across on the spot, I was like, they're at the store. And then a month later, I went there. They're still there. 3 months, they're still here. I'm not worried. Just grab another one. Bam. I got a bunch of them. I don't need another one. All of a sudden, gone. Just lights out. Gone. And then I'm like panicking. Now I got to go get them. Can't find them. So I have this like weird, like, should I, like, I don't really, I'm here's a hot take. I'm not the biggest OGD fan of either of them, the 100 proof or the 114. They're fine. I just don't ever want to. It's just not. It's my palate's. I don't know. We don't line up equally. You know, as much. You know, Old Forester and we line up. OGD 114. We're kind of on different pages, but I enjoy reading that page every now and then. But then that thing was getting in my head. Well, do I buy, you know, a case of them just in case? I didn't, but it did make me think. Flashback to Knob Creek. Great channel. My first time watching live. Hey, welcome Tony Martin. I was going to say, I don't recognize Tony Martin's name. Heck yeah. I'm glad you stopped by. We go live every Friday. And we basically is what we do. Just a bunch of nerds in here talking. Jamming. Drinking. I got a blind flight, but I'm not going to do it tonight. I'm meeting up with a friend in the morning. We got a 10-miler. So I'm not getting freaking normal schlammered. You know what I'm saying? I didn't start the stream with killing a bottle. Okay, that's where we're at. We'll get regular human schlammered, not Trev on a typical Friday schlammered. That's how it is with Cooper's Craft. As soon as I heard it's going away, it's even in gas stations here. Yeah, I heard something about that too. I think that was dispelled. I feel like we dispelled that in here. I feel like James Lay knows everything. James, what? Where is this coming from? James. I think James Lay might secretly be in. He knows more than he's leading on. Who are you, James? Or is that even your real freaking name? It's not James. That's a total fake name. I don't know anyone named James. He's Batman. I mean, I've never seen James Lay and Batman in the same room. Think about it. Think about it. It was dropped from stores' ordering systems. Knob Creek old. Okay, we talked about that. Yeah. So Whack remembers. Were you that way too, Jeffrey? When when the rumor was going around about the Knob Creek picks, like, no one believed it, right? Like, what was it just me that was ignorant? I think no one, especially around that time, like the whiskey tube wasn't where it is now. It was basically like whiskey tube back and when that was happening was basically just like our channel, like my channel right now, but everyone was like that. There were no big dogs. It was like just a bunch of bros hanging out every night of the week. There was no like the money. How do I say this? Like I feel like people nowadays, especially some of the channels that are like really big and kind of are on they got like an inside scoop, you know? They got better. Basically what I'm saying is we didn't know nothing back then. Now I feel like, you know, information, like this guy tells this guy, and this guy's like, you know, I got a bit of a reach, and I say something on my stream, and then now everyone knows it. I wear glasses. It's Superman. Belle Meade Reserve went away. I saw cases from 2021 for sale a month ago. Two things. One, I really like the Belle Meade. I bought one. Kind of when they made the transition, I still found one of the old ones. But where did I hear this? I'm fairly certain that Belle Meade is coming back. Again, I don't know how much of my own brain I believe because, you know, you just get slammered sometimes. I feel like I heard something that they're bringing the Belle Meade, the name, back. Okay, they made the Belle Meade Reserve a Tennessee exclusive. Okay. Again. James Lay, how do you know that? David Goldman, we need more drama in Whiskey Tube. Maybe since they split, Sarah will get with and partner with one of the other YouTubers. I'm about to call her right now. What if? Think about that one. Bourbon Wrench live with Sarah. Everyone's thinking that it's Mrs. Wrench. In walks it's Bourbon Night, Sarah. Think about it. Nice. So Belle Meade Bourbon is coming back and is already returning to distribution. The Nelson brothers, Andy and Charlie, have reacquired the brand and are focused on reestablishing that. Yeah, I think, honestly, it's weird. I feel like when they made the transition to Nelson Bros, it was the same bottle shape. It was just a new label and stuff. I think it just didn't take, which essentially it should have been the same stuff, just in a relabeled bottle. I feel like it was a negative thing for them to go away from the Belle Meade. I think Belle Meade was such a, I don't know, just a good, classic, iconic brand image that when they switched, I think it just didn't take off. I feel like everyone was like why it was weird. And I think there's probably legal things, but I remember when they made the switch too, wasn't there drama? There was drama about one of the horses too. Let's just say, we won't go too much into it. Something with racial undertones, or maybe just blatant history of it. I don't know. But one of the horses had something to do with racism. So there was that. The horse's name, maybe? Because I think I think they used to have the names under them, and then they just got rid of the name on the label. But then it was like people were like, "Oh, but I still know what horse it is." Like, I don't know, something dumb. I don't know. Like, come on, just drink the whiskey, bro. I don't think that deep into things. Because it was a black horse. No. It was deeper than that. It was deeper than that. It was only one of the horse. Hold on. I have one of the older bottles. Okay, the one I have's not old enough. Because they used to have, so this is what it used to be. There was a version before this. So this was just good old cask strength. 113.6, handwritten. Then they switched to it being just, 108.3 proof. They got rid of the cask strength. It was this, I believe it was this horse. This guy was something. And I remember there was a label before this one that had the names of the horses, I believe, on there. And I'm fairly certain that it had the names of the horses. Whack, we're talking about the racist horse. Are you reviewing Starhill Farms tonight or comparing it with others? Yeah, it's right here. I did have right now, so I didn't even tell you what I just poured. So Tony sent me a bunch of Maker's samples. The one I just poured was a pick, but instead of having multiple different staves, it was all 10 of the French Mendiant. Instead of having 2 French Mendiant, 3 Maker's 46, it's all 10 is just one stave. Which is an interesting choice. Its name was Brown Dick. That is it. That is correct. That was the horse's name. Now, again, I don't know the story behind that either. Obviously, it was named after an actual horse. This was a real horse. I ain't Googling that. I'm not gonna Google. Maybe. I am gonna Google it. Let's really narrow it down. Kentucky horse. Edward Dudley Brown, better known as Brown Dick. I'm going to read you this. Nicknamed after a fast horse of that era, was born into slavery in 1850. As a boy, he was sold in Lexington at a courthouse. He ended up at Woodburn Estate Horse Farm of Robert Alexander in Woodford County, where he developed a keen knowledge of thoroughbreds and the racing industry. Let's see what he did. He had to have done something. So, okay, here it is. This is what happens, guys. In the 1880s, Brown switched stables as a number of times. In 1896, Brown struck out on his own, and as an owner and trainer, he won his second Kentucky Derby. So this dude, if anything, that's cool. It shows the history of this guy who went from being a slave to winning the Kentucky Derby, and people were just mad that the bottle, the horse name was Brown Dick. That was what they called him back then, bro. That was his nickname. And he won the Kentucky Derby. So it wasn't racist at all. For those just joining, Wrench is talking about brown penises. Is it penises or peni? Still demonetized. Guys, we're talking about the horse. And this was on, get this. What I was just reading was on the Kentucky government website. Next barrel pick label, Trev's Brown Dick. I mean, what are we trying to, are we gonna get canceled like freaking Belle Meade? How are you liking the 10 staves? The French Mendiant is much better. The 10? I did not really care for the 1046 staves. I felt like it made it too French oaky. Like, French oak to me almost has like a garden hose. Like a rubberiness to it. That's why I don't really like a Penelope Architect. Or at least some of them. They have that, they are like too French oak. And it's like water hosey. Like brand new rubber. And throwing 10 of the staves in that made it too French oaky to me. The French Mendiant. I don't even know what a Mendiant is, but it's good. I like this better. Mr. Fulton, I got big news today. I got second place silver medal in my 100 meter dash, and then I got third place bronze medal in the 200 meter dash at my summer games. Let's go, Mr. Fulton. I remember you, that's right. Mr. Fulton he was running his races, but it started at like 5 a.m. Like, I remember that. Heck yeah, let's go, Mr. Fulton. My next race is on my birthday. I'm going to be running a race on my 30th birthday. I figured that's the best way to just, you know, the death of my 20s, you know, is running a race. That's psychotic. No one does that. We'll do the Starhill Farm next. How about that, Mike? I'm guessing, Mike, you wanted to... Mike came in here. He was like, "Big, you drinking that Starhill Farms?" We'll revisit it. I feel like I'm going to stand by what I said in my review video. I think I'm gonna. Normal Schlammered. Did you buy the Starhill Farm, and would you buy it? So, I have this sample, and then the bottle I got of it was this much. Young Pei Chang sent me that bottle. He goes, "I want to send you a sample." And then what showed up was a mostly... he just let me have the bottle with some left in it. "30th. Sheesh. What's up, Darrell? My 30s will be gone in 11 days. So Darrell turns 40, and then I turn 30 a couple days later. My birthday is 2 Fridays from now. 2 Fridays from now is my birthday. Where do you get the empty sample bottles? These things? You can buy these. You get this off Amazon. If you just do like 2 ounce sample, just type in 2 ounce sample bottle, these pop up. You get like a big pack of them. Shoot, Elvis, I have so many empty ones, I could just send you a freaking... Granted, they're all used and have stickers on them. Yeah, just 2 ounce. Type in 2 ounce sample. And I definitely always recommend, if you buy these, to get the one that comes with this little thing. It's like a little plastic thing that goes in the cap. It usually like will show it on the picture, or lets you know that it's sealed or whatever. Because it seals the glass. You do it tight, and then you undo it. Usually it will stick on there. Yeah, see? Kind of gets a better seal. It's this little rubber thing. Now, I've seen people, I've heard people say that the plastic can, you know, it'll ruin the whiskey. I have had that happen, but out of all of my time, I think it's, and I'm talking thousands of samples that have been sent to me, I think maybe 2 have had some sort of weird plastic thing. So, it's not common. You guys remember? This was early on my stream. Early in my career. I'm trying to think of who sent it to me. For some reason, I'm thinking it was Chris from Hot Buttery Rolls. He sent me 4 samples, and I thought he was playing a prank on me. They were so bad. Like, it was like soapy, like definitely had to have been plastic contamination somehow. Because it was like this chemically soapy. I thought he literally put dish soap in all of the samples just to screw with me. And he's watching, and like I say it about the first one, I'm like, what the heck? And he thinks I'm screwing with him. And then I go to the next one, and he's like, wait a minute, like this joke's not funny anymore. And I'm like, no, these are bad. They're tainted. Something happened. Elvis, I'm gonna get some. I would like to send you some of the hard to get 13th Colony. Oh, I'm gonna drink them right here live, baby. The lids with white foam discs get nasty. No, it was these. It was like this classic. Everyone's calling them, so they're Boston. It was these. It was the same sample bottle that everyone always used, and it was just bad. What is preferred, clear or amber sample bottles? I really don't think it matters, to be honest. I mean, the thing is, you know, amber bottles protect stuff from light and whatnot, but you're not setting who sets these out in the light, you know? I don't think it really matters. Not for sending samples of whiskey to people. I would get whatever's cheaper. And if they're the same, then just whatever. Brown. Get this color, because that's what most of my sample bottles come in. There. Jason Kobe, if you send a sample of Belle Meade, you got to use the sample bottles with the brown discs. Too soon, brother. It's too soon. All right, let's pour some Starhill Farm. See? See? It'll create a seal. I was kind of hesitant because the other one wasn't as good sealed, but now here's something, Elvis, and this is just something that I personally do. Obviously, like Tony, his weren't really taped up. Something that I like to do with when I send samples, you know, I only do this because I've had it happen before. I'll just take some like electrical tape and, you know, put it kind of half of it touching the lid, half of it touching the bottle, and just kind of wrap it a couple times. Because especially in the summer heat, like when it gets super hot, I've had the lids kind of like start opening on their own. And I sent someone samples one time, and like the lid had unsealed, like it opened a little bit, and it was all gone. So, you know, I've seen people will get saran wrap and all sorts of crap. I've never had my trusty old electrical tape fail me. There's also, you do whatever you want, you just make it up. But a lot of people don't even do anything. They just make sure it's nice and tight, and you're good to go. These showed up the other day. Except for smelling like Tony Bag of Donuts, they were totally fine. The old Fit 7's finally going down in price online because they're finding out that it's going to be a standard bottle, and people are ridiculous for buying it all. Oh. Man, it's a good bottle. Starhill Farm is good. It's definitely different. It is a wheat whiskey. It is not bourbon. That is a good idea. Let me get another glass. I don't have a Woodford wheat, but I do have Bernheim barrel proof and Starhill Farms barrel proof, so we're going to compare it to Bernheim right here, right now. Already, the color is, I don't know if my camera is going to pick it up, but this is the Bernheim, this is the Starhill Farm. It is considerably different. Considerably darker shade. Oh yeah, it pops up. Already, color. Let's go to the Barnhill, or yeah, Bernheim. I keep saying the Barnhill. Bernheim. Whoa. I mean, it's not even, this is not a comparison at all. Just the smell alone, I can already tell you which one's better. I will say, the wheat, I was saying in my review of the Starhill Farm, there was this like doughiness that's coming from the wheat. You also get that on the Bernheim. Maybe more, like, it's more of a graininess than a good dough. Maybe it's like the dough has not, maybe there's still, like, you're getting, my analogies suck. It's more grainy. There you go. Starhill Farm, dude, is dark. It's freaking thick. It makes the Bernheim smell like a cheap freaking budget pour. I'm gonna say. I'm not gonna lie. I like the Bernheim, but man, side by siding it, it really makes it look bad. I wasn't expecting like that big of a difference. Let's taste the Bernheim. Not bad. Honestly, the nose really made me feel like I was gonna hate this. I haven't had it in quite some time. The Starhill Farms nose is exponentially better. Leaps and bounds better. It really made me think the Bernheim's gonna suck butt. Not bad. Definitely, without even retasting the Starhill, it does not have the depth, the character, the complexity. It has none of that compared to the Starhill. If anything, it drinks lighter, very weedy. So really think wheat thins. Frosted wheat thins, though. It's sweet. It's not just like pure grain, but it has that frosted wheat thin thing to it. That's what it is. Now that I say it and I go back, this is freaking wheat thins. Frosted wheat thins. Artfully bourbon. Oh, God, who let these guys back in here? I thought I banned them after I saw how good their camera was. Crap. Emily. EMC the legend. What's up, Em? How you doing? Joe Thompson. Ciao, bitches. In the most respectable way possible. Bro, Joe, you texted me. I thought you were dying. I was literally in the middle of a video game stream. And I'm like, Joe is dying. I missed you. I didn't answer your call, nothing. I was in the middle of a battle, bro. Bernheim smells more weeded. I would say so. This is what I said about the Starhill Farm, and it's hard to explain because it's like let's back it up. This Starhill Farm is a completely new recipe for Maker's Mark. It's not what their other stuff is at all. It's totally new, totally different. Yet it still tastes like you can see a maker. You can see the makers. It has this like dark. It smells thick. It's like a chocolatey. It's like Makers. When you smell a Makers, it doesn't smell like young, thin. You know, Makers has always been thick. Even their regular 90 proofer is like almost smell like melted candy. You know, like a melted caramel. It's dense. The Starhill drinks or smells way more dense than this Bernheim. Bernheim smells like you're in a wheat field. The Starhill is like just, I don't even know, Maker's Mark, but different. I don't know how to say it. Sipping a Middle West Pumpernickel Rye. The finish is Maker's. I haven't even tasted it yet. Here we go. It has a nice, I don't know how they do it, because it's a wheat whiskey. It has a nice kind of, the way it lights your tongue up. It's lower proof than the Bernheim, and it drinks, I don't even know if I would say it drinks higher proof, but the mouthfeel is way up here. Man, This is a good comparison because what it's going to come down to is price. And I have a lot to say about these. Oh, yeah. Man, you just go back to the Bernheim. It really is like a freaking Wheaties. Wheat Thins. Still, I mean, come on, it's whiskey. So it doesn't smell like an actual bag of Wheat Thins. It still has your whiskey stuff. Vanilla Wheat Thins. Clay, late as usual, I'm afraid. But you're here, and that's all that matters, brother. But I have thick skin, Trev. Reply to my text. I'm heading to Texas in a week. Man, you going all over the goddamn place, Joe. I'm banning any tech talk from this live stream. Freaking banning you. Where was that? Did you like your Michters rye? We're gonna get into that tonight too. I liked it. I did try it. I tried it last night. I started watching the Pacific again. For like the 15th time. See, the Bernheim just doesn't... Nowhere near of the mouthfeel. Way lighter. Like, the Starhill Farms, guys, is like, it drinks like a Maker's in the terms of... It fully coats your mouth. Well, if I'm out, gonna go... Is Matt Madness starting at 7 p.m.? I thought he started at 8. The heck? Dennis is drunk. Or maybe I'm drunk. Maybe it is 8. Oh, it's a double header? Well, I didn't know that. Well, I'm going another 50. Dennis, go in there and send... Go ahead and just let them know the wrench crew is there. You guys can head on over. I'm going to still be doing my thing over here. Leaves a sugary finish on your tongue. The finish, the mouthfeel, everything about the start... Everything about the Starhill Farm is better than Bernheim. Every single thing. Every single thing. Winner of the first match faces Shook. Winner of the second match faces Grease. Hey, there y'all go. I'm going to be over here, though. And then I'll be done in 50. And then, you know... I know some of you guys ain't leaving, and that's all that matters. I'm staying for the people who want to stay. Clay, I don't have an open weeded wiener right now, to be honest. I only have one bottle of weeded wiener left. I gotta save that sucker. Here's the kicker, I guess, about this. So, Bernheim is what, 60 bucks? $60. And I saw someone say the Starhill Farm there, where was that? 140? Mike says Starhill in Texas, Starhill Farms 140. I think the retail is 100. I think it's supposed to be 100 bucks. We talked about this last time. For $100, I would buy the Starhill Farms, save your money, and just save up an extra 40 bucks and buy the Starhill Farm. Don't buy this one. It is well beyond $40 better. So if you're about to spend 60 on this and you can get the Starhill for 100, I mean, it's night and day difference. It's better. It is the better product, period. It's not even close. Nothing about it. Nothing. It's simply, and maybe, and I'm going to give Bernheim the benefit of the doubt. Starhill Farm is a special limited release. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's supposed to be a banger. And it delivers. So, is it fair to compare, like, George T. Stagg to just a regular, on-the-shelf, $60 barrel-proof bourbon? You'd probably say the same thing, like, holy crap, this makes this one suck. Well, yeah, it's because you're trying, you're comparing it to something that's freaking awesome. You know? I don't think a lot of people view Maker's Mark as that, like, oh, well, it's just a Maker's Mark. How special can it truly be? But for a wheat whiskey, it blows Bernheim freaking out of the water. By far. Now, would I more than pay double? Would I pay $140? You know, I'm not going to be the guy who creates any sort of FOMO because not a whole lot's worth that much money to me. Like, save that money and go travel somewhere. That's a night. It's a cabin. Go book a cabin for a night. If you're someone who has like 140, like, we got some well-off people here. Not all of us. Some of you fools. I would go buy it. If you're not used to spending 140 bucks, I wouldn't. Don't let the FOMO get to you. Don't let the FOMO get to you. It is really good, don't get me wrong, but it is not life-changing. It's not revolutionary. That's what I'm getting at. It's not revolutionary. This isn't like, what is this? I mean, it's still... I even said this in my review. I would be hard-pressed if this was in a blind. If this was in a blind, would I guess that it was a wheated whiskey? I don't think so. I think I would guess this is bourbon. So, go find you, if you can't get one for 100 bucks, go find you a good $80 bottle of bourbon that you know you like and get that. You know what I'm saying? Trev, if you haven't tried the Middle West cast strength wheat, I'd love to see how it blinds with the Starhill. I don't have that one. I only have one Middle West, and it's finished. It's the 6-year bourbon sherry cask. I really enjoy it. I would say for $100, maybe do this. Don't buy into the FOMO. Maker's Mark stuff usually just doesn't sell out. So your store in Texas, let's just bank on this. Bank on them realizing, man, people aren't buying this for 140 bucks. And then when they bump it back down to $100, buy one. Because I think for $100, especially after comparing it to this was a good call, Mike. It makes me even more confident for $100. If you're already going to pay $60 for this, then you might as well pay the $100 for the other one. That's what I'm saying. It's good. It is good. Now, again, it's definitely Maker's Mark, but man, it's different. It's different than the cellar aged. It has, the doughiness. Like, wheat whiskey has a doughy component to it, and I like that. Like, it's honestly fun. I feel like more people should do wheat whiskey, but it's just so much better. It's so much better. Bernheim's easier to get. There's its one positive. So, in the mash bills too, we didn't even talk about this. Totally different mash bill. This is a barely legal wheat. This is 51% wheat, 37% corn, 12% malted barley. And then, I mean, I have the Starhill. I could have had this. This is 51% soft red winter wheat, 27 malted soft red winter wheat, and 22% malted barley. Zero corn. Zero corn in this. So, totally different. Also, guys, be right back. I forgot. I got to go give Willow her medicine. We're 17 minutes late. How dare you guys let me forget? Willow! All right, we're back. Willow has been medicined. Total Wine's bumping up prices on everything in Texas. Let's do a blend. Bernheim Maker's Blend. What up, Paul? I tried to screenshot your freaking photo earlier. Did you see that? Dude, Paul, you're gonna have to send it different. It won't let me screenshot. It literally blocked me. It says you can't screenshot this. Just send it to me. Paul has got his new Bourbon Wrench t-shirt, and he's trying to send it to me. And I'm trying to post it on my Instagram story. I will go buy new running shoes for 140 bucks. Exactly. Poor Trev can't even pick out Maker's Mark 101 blind. Now listen here, Johnny. You do it. The heck? What's up, Mark Vasco? How the heck have you been? Fan Suzuki Bleacher Mob. What's up, weirdos and nerds? Tony Bagnus. We talk about Starhill. That shit is 165 in Miami. No way. You could, maybe if I got drunk enough, 140 would happen, and I don't know if I'd be happy about it. 120, I'm teetering just because of what it is and who I am. I love Makers. I gotta have it. 100, I'm happy. 165, too much. Bourbon Hunter Lee! And I feel like I just went on a rant. I didn't talk to anyone. We got Philip Travis, Bourbon Kitty, and Bourbon Hunter Lee showed up. The wrench shirts run a tad small, bro. It's because you're jacked. Just go on a run. You'll feel better. There it is. All right. I got Paul's picture. I'm posting it now. Whoa. Mike, are you in Austin, Texas? Paid 272 US equivalent for the latest Mr. Sam. Most I've ever paid for a non-Scotch. What is a Mr. Sam? Hold on. I think I'm not even following you, Paul. Wondering why it wouldn't let me do that. There we go. I enjoy Austin. I actually got a buddy who lives... I don't know exactly where. We'll have to meet up. Might show me around some liquor stores. My buddy lives in the area. And he doesn't know anything about bourbon but other than what I tell him. So he does not have the stores. Have you tried the Michters Barrel Proof Rye yet? Nope. We'll do that next. Actually, I'm going to try this lost recipe, and then we'll end with the rye. How about that? We're going to do Makers 4 in a row. Mr. Sam is supposed to be fire. What is that? Mr. Sam. Sazerac Company, huh? Are you over 21? Is this it? I will say, pretty uninspired logo. Pretty uninspiring. But supposedly this is really freaking good. 5 stars, highest recommendation. Huh. I don't know. Never heard of this. Nose is cigar box, pipe tobacco, Madeira cake, and top. There ain't no way you guys would believe me if you're watching one of my reviews and I started saying, "Ooh, yeah, it smells like Madeira cake." You would know immediately that I'm lying. Madeira cake. All right? I mean, I want Madeira cake. I really do. I just don't have that knowledge. Now look at the prices. Can't see it anywhere. Why is it so much money? What is this? is a highly limited blend of Sazerac's finest Canadian and American whiskeys. At least, how much was it? $272. So Peter White paid $272. At least you paid $272 and not thousands of dollars. Tastes like George D. Stagg? Mike stuff. I guess Mike literally... So you did the same thing as me. I poured them together. It's not bad, is it? Here's the thing, Mike. Or them blended together, it's not better than Starhill Farm. I think them blended together is still better than Bernheim. I think go Starhill Farm, and then Bernheim blended with Starhill Farm is significantly better than Bernheim. It's like, that's a good blend. Now, that's the thing. If you blend two things together and it's not better than this, you know, it's not better than A and B, then what's the point? But it's better than Bernheim still. Yeah, I like that. That lost recipe is fire, and that's what we're about to pour into my glass. Penelope Project X cognac finished in the glass. That's the one Joe got one for me. Now, he got one. I think he got a different one. I don't think either of them was cognac, though. Starhill Farms is on its own level. I'm telling you guys. It is. I mean, it truly is. Hot take, but 1920 and 1910 are both better than 1915. I think 1920 is the best. I usually make my blend more of... This might go over some people's heads. I usually make mine like a 1917, more so than a 1915. I like more of the 1920 in the blend. I mean, come on, man. Some of those double oaks, man, are just... They're heavy. They're intense. They're aggressive. So... I think a little bit goes a long way. Them on their own, I mean, like, there's no way, and this is just me personally, I don't drink 1910 until it's about freaking 10 degrees outside, right? Like, I want to drink that by a fire. And it's the air outside is fire. I don't want to go drink that outside. I want to sit by a campfire in like it's like a little glass of s'mores to me. You know what I'm saying? So, I always make my blend more of a 1917. So, more 1920 than 1910. Lost Recipe is better than anyone finishing series. Okay, here we go. I got it. I might pour a little more of it then. So, no porch sips tonight. No, I'm waking up... We're going... One of my friends, she's gearing up for a marathon. And, which, I mean, technically I am too, but she has one on the books. So, I've been running with her a lot to, like, you gotta run with someone. So, I'm waking up with her. She's got a 10-mile run, so that means I have a 10-mile freaking run. I am not going on the back porch. Maybe tomorrow. We might do something tomorrow. We got a buddy of mine's coming over tomorrow, and we're going to watch the baseball game, but I'm an open book. What up, Justin Jenkins? Oak and Agave. Get on in here. 1910 and ginger ale at the campsite blew me away. Really? That is a combo I would never think of. What up, Roman Carter? Ooh. I'm gonna tell y'all though, man. That's how they used to be. That's good. I love the mocha. I don't know why they got freaking rid of it. Oh, Bourbon Hunter Lee got the hat. Dude, I gotta give me one of my own hats. The heck? Joe freaking getting slammered with all the obtainiums? Y'all are nuts. I'm mad that I don't even have my own camo hat. I have a poor man's birthday bourbon. 65% 1910, 35% 1920. It's really good. So it's more of the 1910. I mean, I'll have to try it. Big D, I know what you're talking about, but no. Dude, I'm gonna have to go buy my own merch, dude. Which I already have. I buy all of my merch, but I don't have one of those hats. Let me see if there's a discount. I would say don't buy it now. There's much better discounts. What you guys should do, all I'm trying to do is save y'all money. If you want to support me more, I feel like it supports me more if there's a less of a discount. But I don't care. If you wait until like 4th of July, I guarantee you they're gonna have like a 25% discount on the merch. So save that link and go back on around 4th of July. They usually start, that weekend. So it'll go all weekend. But right now it's 10% on 3+ products. That's terrible. You have to buy 3 items to get 10%. Which, yeah, that helps me because it forces you to buy 3 things. Dude. No. They have 25% discounts. Normally I can see, hold on. I can normally see a, here it is. I can tell you when discounts are going to be going. Look how easy it is to distract me. Like, I can go into my creator thing, and it will tell me when. Alright. Let's look. Man, you guys crushed. Holy crap. Y'all are nuts. That's the most this freaking thing's ever earned. Mike! $10 super chat! James B still waiting on the Patreon merch. I know. Let me look. I have all of the stuff ready to go. Here it is. Here it is. Okay. Yes. Do not buy merch right now. If you guys want to buy merchandise, I would wait until June 19th. One day only, 25% off. 25% off on June 19th. I will also say June 26th through the 30th is 20% off. So, there you go. I would definitely go and do that. Bill Reynolds! Go ahead and save the Spreadshirt page. If you want to get a t-shirt or something, go and get it on that day. It's 25% off. Favorite and worst MRE? I would say the best MRE as a whole. Because you got to look at it cumulative, like, as a whole. What's the best? What's got the best meal, snacks, all of it? I would say number one, like, easily, I think the best is Chili Mac. Wilmington, $25 mega chat. Just because. Well, freaking Wilmington, just because I freaking love you. I think Chili Mac is the best singular MRE because, one, the meal itself is good. It's like macaroni, dude. It's like macaroni and meat. What kind of meat? I don't know. But it comes with good sides. It comes, I forgot what all it comes with. I know it comes with some sort of like candy, right? There's like candy. That's awesome in an MRE. You need the candy. There's everything about it. It had good, you know, everything's good in it. Overall is the best. Joe, all of you Army dudes, or anyone who eats MREs, I know my Army guys do though. Lee, what, like, favorite and worst MRE? Worst is hard because there really isn't like a meal, and maybe this is just me because like when you're living on MREs, dude, everything pretty much tastes good. Like, nothing really, like, there wasn't an MRE that genuinely I would not eat. Like, I was like, oh my god, this is so gross. No. It's all subjectively gross. Like, even the Chili Mac's it's not better than your box of hamburger helper. It's still subpar, but when you're starving, it's pretty good. Man, Lee said spaghetti was good. I think the spaghetti one, I think I would say was the worst. And it wasn't that the spaghetti itself wasn't good. I think my issue with the spaghetti MRE was that the meal itself, so the spaghetti, didn't make me feel near as full enough. And then it came with nothing good. It came with like crackers. There was no Skittles, you know, there was no freaking pudding. There's no Ranger bar. There was nothing else. It was just like the most bare bones thing. So I felt like you got spaghetti, you were starving. Because you could eat that entire bag and still be starving. I would say, yeah, I think maybe spaghetti was my least favorite. I'm trying to think of the ones that you would always return. Mine was the spaghetti. I can't even remember another one. it had the worst options for sides. For instance, you would have like tortellini. It was like a vegetarian one, but the vegetarian MREs were usually the best because they would load them up with like, it would come with Skittles and it would come with like all of the stuff you wanted. Look, Lee said the vegetarian one sucked. They must have changed, bro. See, we're in different eras too. So shoot, Bourbon Hunter Lee probably had a full bowl of like spaghetti and meatballs, and I had like 3 noodles and a freaking half a ball. The cracker and cheese challenge? Is it where you take like the cheese spread and then you took the little pack of crackers and like, I mean, I don't know exactly what challenge you're talking about. It was something about like all of that had to go in your mouth at once. Like, those crackers aren't right, bro. You would chew the cracker for like 3 weeks. You may have a chance to eat them again, Iran. I know, I've been keeping up on that. What up, Pullman? Holy crap. Pullman, what are you doing right now? Also, what is this? I'm so hungry. We need to quit. Even just talking about MREs is making me hungry. Was that the before you shredded it, Pullman? No. Look at this. He sent me a... Look at it. This is what it turned into. Oh, the camera doesn't pick it up good. Oh, yeah. Look at that. Guys, this is what I deal with all the time. If you guys just sending me random freaking photos. Hey, look what I'm doing. I want that. The heck? God. Ever have any older Vietnam or era C rations? We had a vet that had a shit ton of them. No. I don't know if you guys are into this type of thing, but if you want to try a new type of YouTube video, I challenge here. I'll post his YouTube channel. I will say this is a guilty pleasure of mine. He has 2 million subscribers. He literally reviews MREs. And I watch everyone that shows up. Guilty pleasure of mine. Nice. Let's get this out on a tray. Nice. Okay. Nice. You'll see. Go watch one. You'll see exactly what we're talking about. God, I love that freaking... It makes me want to do that. Like, I want to try some old crap, you know? I want to see. Now, here's the thing. When I first went in, so, like, week 1 of basic training, it wasn't even basic training. It was when, any infantry dudes, Joe... we were over in the processing thing, 30th AG, I guess is what it was called. And the power went out because of a snowstorm. Well, that was my first experience of an MRE. Because they were like, all right, you're eating MREs. It was the last iteration of the, it was the MRE called pork rib. Well, it wasn't no pork rib. It was a freaking, it was literally McDonald's McRib. It was a fake patty with barbecue sauce that they called a rib. And that was in the MRE. I think the rest of my Army time, that wasn't a thing. So I think that was like, they had gotten rid of it. I think menus come and go. What up, Ryan? Go Braves. It's not our year. Is that a code for something else? Did you make chocolate pudding with MRE? I mean, not really. Stuffed you up for a while. We did have, they had chocolate pudding. Well, I don't know about you. Like, Lee, you might be actually talking about something. There was a chocolate pudding pouch in our MREs. It was good. I don't know what you're talking about. There was, some of them would come with the chocolate pudding, and then some of them would come with the vanilla pudding. The chocolate one was way better. I used to give my son crap for watching some dude play Minecraft on YouTube, and yet here we are. Yeah, here we are, Tony. You know what it is, Tony? It's because we're all friends and we're all drinking. Instead of being... This is the way I look at it. We're a bunch of dudes and chicks. We got some chicks in here. Normally, we would be getting together. We're sitting in the lounge. We're sitting in the man cave and we're drinking together. Guess what? We live all over the place, so we're here. You're sitting in your chair. I'm sitting in my chair. Yet we're still together. Granted, I have to read out loud everything you say, which kind of sucks, because that's more talking for me, less listening. But we're hanging out, and we're drinking. It's like a communal thing to me. That's the way I view it, anyway. I don't know how you view it. Joe Thompson, $20 super chat. Buy yourself a pour or an MRE. Don't spend it on internet porn or music. I think we need to do an MRE stream. At least on Patreon. I gotta like make a freaking MRE. You know what I could do? I could get an MRE and I do like freaking Steve, but I get Sarah to come with me and have her try the MRE. And we will both rank it. We will rank it. Each thing. I'm gonna be like, oh yeah, that's a 10 out of 10. She's gonna be like, that's a freaking 1. That'd be fun. I might buy a box. I think you can buy a box of them on eBay. I mean, I guess you could buy them anywhere, but... MRE box. You buy them on Amazon, 37 bucks. I want, like, military... I want the ones that I've had. Oh, yeah. You buy them on... $37 for a 12 count on Amazon. And it's done. Done deal. Cheese tortellini. Creamy spinach fettuccine. Mexican style stew. Chicken burrito. See, these are all new. Hash brown. I didn't have hash brown. Beef patty, jalapeno, beef ravioli, pork sausage, maple flavored. That was one. Tuna chunk light. Yes. Okay, I'll take it back. Another one of the worst ones was the tuna, because it was just a pack of tuna. Boring. Chicken pesto pasta is really good. Yeah, I'm gonna have to buy this. Bourbon Wrench. We're gonna have a new video, and it's gonna be me eating freaking MREs. Let me go pee real quick, and then we have one more pour, and then I'm getting off. I just drank the Lost Recipe. I didn't review it at all. It's good. It's really good. It's chocolatey. It's more chocolatey, almost like a chocolate, almost like a coffee creamer. So if you like a chocolate coffee creamer, there you go. Short review. Alright, this is my last pour of the night, because I do got stuff to do in the morning. Losers. You know me, I could go all night. Where do I put it? There it is. Michters Barrel Strength Kentucky Straight Rye Whiskey. This was just sitting behind the shelf at my store. I looked over there and I was like, that's weird for a Michters. I guess it's this year. They told me, yeah, 2020, 25 BO 589. They told me when I showed up, and I got this. They said, yeah, we literally just put these out like an hour ago. So I had just walked in and they were there. There was like 6 or 7 of them. Is it worth spending $200? This was $100. This wasn't, they had it out for a normal price. $100. And that's why I bought it, because I was like, I've never seen a Michter's Barrel Strength ever outside of a raffle. And they had 6 of them sitting there for $100. So I was like, I mean, I have to. I was not planning on spending that much money at the store, but sometimes things just fall into your lap. Let's go, Ryan. Bro, you're going to get something good, I already know. I've seen pictures of your store. You will get something. Independent Joe. He go pee-pee. Joe. Am I just stupid? Like, MRE... So, like, it's not like Marines have different MREs, right? Like, whoever makes MREs, do they supply all branches, right? Or do, like, Marines have different MREs? In Arkansas, 100. 200 everywhere else. That's because we're so poor here, dude. We can't afford $200. Wilmington. The store, we have a, if you would rather, our store has a Jack Daniel's barrel proof rye pick. They never tell me when they're getting anything. They're like so hush hush about it. I'm like, I spend more money at that store than anyone. I haven't tried it, so there's no telling if it's good at all. What up, Bourbon Van? We're having the last pour of the night. About time you showed up. Doesn't the government have a standard set of recipes that MRE makers have to follow? Yeah, and I would imagine, like, everything about them is, like, legit. The amount of calories, fat, everything, like, each recipe's got to maintain that. It's my last pour, Miracle. I have it. Now I'm sipping it. Ryan, I would trust Ryan's store though for sure. Ryan's got me some what was it? The Blue Note. That crap's good. I mean, that thing is just a banger. His store picks good picks. Where are you at right now, Bourbon Man? This time difference is rough. Cracking the old Fit 7, I'll let you know. I gotta get my hands on one of them suckers. I'm obviously hoping they show up here. We're in Oregon. Oh, you just mean like, because right now, what is it, 6? You guys are 2 hours behind me. I see the Weller CYB behind you. What do you think? I paid $60 for that bottle. I think it's good for $60. That's what I think of it. I think the fact that people have paid $800, $900 for that are psychopaths. Like, that bottle's not that good. I would say, I think my favorite Weller is Weller 107. And I didn't pay I didn't have to, you don't know what I had to do to get that. Weller 107, man, it's easier to get. Just know someone in Ohio. Stu, I'm about to get off here, bro, and I don't have a link. We'll have to do a stream. I'll have to set up a stream on the other thing I have where we can get some of you guys joining in. We can hang out. I like CYPB. It's not that much different from the other ones for it to be some special thing. That's what I'm getting at. It's crazy. Mike says I enjoy Foolproof more. Yes. Some of them. I've had at least some of the... I've had a couple Weller Foolproof picks. I've had one Weller Foolproof pick that's just whatever. And I've had one that is, like, downright delicious. I mean, it's like, it blows the other stuff out of the water. That's the thing, though, is like, you never really know. because they don't, it's not like they have age stated or different proof. It's all the same thing. It's just like, well, here's your barrel you got. Like, you just don't know, you know? You don't know until you crack it open. But I've had one that is like leaps and bounds better than the other ones. And they just, if anything, that makes you, I would say not trust it, but it's like, how is there such a discrepancy? I don't know. It's so good. I've had one that is so good. Totally down for an online hang. We need to do it. We need to do like a we need to do like a Patreon like a Google Meet, I guess. We just get a bunch of people in there and hang out. I've never done one of those. Hot take, Jimmy Red Weeded that came out last November totally stacks. Oh, Willer, old 107 Willer. I kind of would agree with you. Bourbon Van says, Trev, you get shouted out in our upcoming video on Monday. Oh! Well, be sure to give me a reminder. Phil, text me, and I'll push it out to people. I mean, come on. It's got to be the time we went to Rocktown, huh? That was so fun. Two things. Phil and Julie are as amazing of people in person as they are on their camera. Two, they are way taller than you think they are. I don't know how tall you think they are. They're freaking tall. I almost didn't even I didn't even know where Phil was because I wasn't in there looking for like a 7-foot man. I don't know what I thought. I was like, holy crap, that guy's tall. That's not Phil. Where's Phil? It was him. Long live Tiberius. Evening enjoying an Isle of the Sky 30 year. Holy crap. I don't know what that is. Isle of the Sky. It is a 30-year-old, a blended scotch from Talisker on the Isle of Skye. Looks pretty dark for a scotch, huh? Yes, I'm over 21. Does it come with that box? Surely you didn't pay $709 for that, did you? It's old. Holy crap! It's as old as me. You know, at this point in time, man, like if I want to pour of my whiskey, like my whiskey age, I'm gonna have to go to Scotch. I'm gonna have to go to Scotch. I'm gonna have to get a 30-year-old Scotch, man. For my birthday. It looks super dark, and it could just be the photo, but man, that looks crazy. It looks like a bourbon. Or a Canadian. Yeah, that's true. I feel like a 30-year-old Canadian would be cheaper than a 30-year-old Scotch. If you're in Austin, Texas, let's do a meetup bottle share. I'll let you know. I'm telling you, my buddy lives down there. I gotta go down there and see him. Been a while. All right, Michters Rye. It's definitely it's a bourbon drinker's rye because of how dark it is, how it's like a minty, I wouldn't even say minty. There's a sharpness to it, so maybe a spearmint or something, but it's like a spearminty bourbon. Because it's got the dark notes, but man, is it like, it's got a strong, like, that's rye. You ain't mistaking that for a rye. Mint? Maybe like a fresh mint. I will say, man, like, god dang, no dill. I don't really get dill. It's more of like bourbon, like minty bourbon. You know how you get like, I feel like this is why they do this. And I just came up with this freaking analogy. It's like a mint ice cream. It's like, because when you eat like a chocolate mint ice cream, it's not like you're eating gum, but you can still you still get the mintiness, but you get everything else. I feel like that's what minty, these ryes, these like bourbon ryes, you get the chocolatiness, but there's like a strong little mint missile, a mint missile right through it. This is a bourbon with a mint missile in the middle of it. There you go. Bourbon mint missile. It does. It has a lot more depth and character than a lot of your freaking other budget ryes. I would even say, does it drink special? It could. It's definitely a very good barrel proof rye. Is it worth $100? You know, to be honest, I'll be straight up honest with you. I don't think so. I really enjoy that. My issue is I really enjoy Jack Daniel's single barrel proof rye, and it's $70. Is this better than that? I don't think so. And if it is, it's barely. Not $30 difference. That being said, some of you said you paid $110. Or, not $110. I was literally reading Independent Joe. $200. $200 for this? We're scammed. They scammed you. Now, here's the thing, and I'll say this about Michters. I don't understand them. I do not understand. That's not even their stuff. It says bottled by Michters. They don't disclose where they're getting this. At all. So, I don't even know what this is. Where this was distilled. Is it actually worth $100? Is it worth $200? I mean, it is what it is. It's good. I'm at least happy. Here's my thing. If I pay $100, I better at least enjoy the goddamn thing, or else I'm gonna be pissed. I enjoy this. Would I buy another one after having this? No, I'll never buy another one. If this was $60, I think it would have a real strong fighting chance. 70, 80, now we're talking business. 100, 200, you're out of your minds. It's a really good whiskey. It's just too much money. And I feel like a artificial rarity, if that makes sense. Like, I feel like Michters, they do that. It's just like everything seems so rare, but it's like, is it really though? Like, I don't know. That's been their thing though for as long as I've been in bourbon. They've always been like that, so I think that's just where they're going. Mike Stuff says, last question. What's your favorite single barrel? Every time I do a blind, E.H. Taylor single barrel always wins. I will say, Mike Stuff, glad you're here, bro. I love... You guys know this. And all of our regulars at this point, we're just hanging out. But they know. You guys ask questions. When I have questions like this, I'm going to answer them. Is at least as many as I can. I love engaging with you guys, and I mean, honestly, I'm just sitting here talking, so I need questions. Favorite single barrel? Every time I do E.H. Taylor, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm glad that you enjoy E.H. Taylor single barrel. The only E.H. Taylor that I do enjoy my single barrel. It should not have been as hard as it was for me to get. And the only E.H. Taylor that I actually enjoy is the barrel proof. Favorite single barrel though, I mean that's a wide range because I don't want to count picks, like store picks. Like, we're talking E.H. Taylor single barrel is just supposed to be a, non-pick on the shelf thing. Favorite single barrel. I like Four Roses single barrel, $50. It's at every store you go to. Favorite single barrel. I don't know if it's my favorite. It's not my favorite, but I do enjoy Evan Williams single barrel. It came back. $34. I like that bottle. I'm a Evan Williams fanboy. I love the cheap shit. We gotta put some cheap stuff. I feel like I've kind of grown out of Knob Creek single barrel. I would much rather have the 100 proof than the 120. I mean, honestly, it'd probably be just looking at what I have. It would probably just be a Four Roses single barrel. And especially, just like Wilmington just said, especially since they've been coming out with, like, the recipes, that's easily. If you can get one of those recipes and you find, like, a recipe you enjoy, that's top. But Rare Breed isn't a single barrel. We're talking single barrels. In Independent Joe, I'm not talking picks. I'm talking on the shelf labeled single barrel. This is what I'm Come on, guys. You've missed the mark, everyone. On the shelf labeled single barrel. So Eagle Rare. Is it labeled single barrel? whatever. Knob Creek single barrel, Four Roses single barrel, Evan Williams single barrel. Freaking. Ooh. No. Isn't Russell's Reserve? Russell's Reserve single barrel. That's the winner. There you go. Russell's Reserve single barrel is the winner. It's 60, 70 bucks, and it is the winner. It's the best thing you could get. Benchmark single barrel, yeah. That's a cheap one. It's good. I think Russell's single barrel easily, hands down, the best. And then I would go down to maybe Four Roses. New Riff single barrel, that's a good one. Forgot about that. That's a good one. That's a good football one. And I only say that because I drank like an entire bottle of that one football weekend, and no judgment. I was happy. I think Russell's single barrel, you can go to the store right now, find your red label Russell's, and it's gonna be better than majority of things you have 8 out of 10 times. They're so good. Just a good freaking bottle. Now, if you can find store picks of Russell's Reserves, now you're elevated. Now you're really getting out of there. Blanton's is your favorite, Huncho. No wonder you freaking blue crayon eating son of a bitch. I like New Riff, yeah. I like New Riff. I will say, Paulo, they have 8, 9. They're coming out with a 10-year-old. Dude, that stuff is incredible. They are like, they're going to be a big name. They're already a big name, I feel like, but man, some of their stuff that's coming out is freaking amazing. Andretzky late. I'm about to end this stream, brother. Joe has all the letters so the Blantons taste better. If you collect all the letters of Blantons, you get a 15% increase in flavor. Paul says, what did you score on the rifle range in the Army? 40 out of 40. I'm going to tell you right now, Paul, I don't know how every place does this, but it was a unit standard in my unit that you shot expert. Every single person in our company shot expert, which expert is, so I can't give you the full breakdown, but you have 40 targets. You shoot 40 targets. One shot per target. You do, X amount standing. You shoot X amount crouched, and then you shoot X amount prone. And then they're all different distances. So they go up, I think the closest one's like 50 meters. And then it goes all the way out to like, I don't even know, 300 meters. So it's all random. Like, it's not random. Like, from the standing position, I have, like, which distance is coming up. And you know how many. So I know, there's like 5 of that, whatever. None of that's important. The important thing is you got to hit all of them. To qualify expert, I think it was you had to do at least 37 hits out of the 40. I shot 40 out of 40. It really wasn't that hard. I mean, if you're a good old country boy, freaking shooting deer and like it really wasn't that hard. But where I was getting though is my unit. We had a standard, like no one was shooting under expert. If you shot under expert, you would sit out there for freaking 3 days until you shot expert. That was not a thing. We would not, you could not be in our unit. To me, it was no big deal because I just went out there one time, shot, and I was like, okay, cool. Like, that was freaking easy. I mean, they're a huge-ass target. Like, I can, if I'm laying down, I can shoot you from any distance. Like, you're not moving. You know, like, it's not that hard. Just know how to shoot a gun. Yeah, expert's the highest. I don't even know what the other ones are called, to be honest. I just know expert. Expert Marksman Army. So you get this little badge. But I don't even know. So here it is. What's that say? So here's the other ones. It doesn't, that's incorrect, but this is like the badge. So if you suck ass, you get this one. And if you suck slightly less ass, you get this one. Not a single person in my unit didn't have this award, is what I'm getting at. It doesn't really even tell us. Yeah, you don't want these. You ain't getting this. You're getting this. Okay, there it is. So it would go marksman, sharpshooter, expert. No one gets these awards. If you're in an infantry unit, you ain't getting this. You're shooting expert. I'm sure other places in the Army, they don't care, and that maybe they think that's cool to have that, but you ain't gonna be in an infantry unit and have this. You're done. You're kicked out. No, marksman's the lowest. What's crazy is, like, to get marksman, I think you had to shoot, like, 23 out of 40. Like, it was something crazy. How are you you're telling me you missed half the targets? What are we freaking doing? No, Johnny, I'm ending the stream. I gotta wake up early, so. Y'all can try and talk me into a longer stream all you want. It ain't gonna happen. I gotta go. There we have it, fellas. Another Friday. Freaking love you. I appreciate all of you being here. Wilmington, Mike Stuff, Miracle Martinez, Joe Thompson giving us super chats. Also, a huge shout out to Mike Stuff. Dude, first stream. The first stream he was here. Dude just had a good time, man. That's what we do over here. Have a good old time. So, tomorrow, Arkansas Razorbacks play LSU Tigers, and I'm going to be absolutely clamoring for that. So, steaks are grilling. Duke McHale. Steaks are gonna be grilling. Bourbon's gonna be flowing. And the Razorbacks are gonna be crushing a Tiger. Love you guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for the support. Thanks for just being here, hanging out with us. And I'll see you whenever the heck we see you next. Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Happy 250th birthday to the United States Army. Eat some cake. And until I see you guys next time, I love you. I'm out of here. I'm gonna go drink some electrolytes and eat some food and then go to bed. Love y'all.
Comes at last. Controlled by fear, a change in my direction. Controlled by fear, it lost some all affection. Controlled by fear, a change in my direction. Controlled by fear, a loss of all affection. It comes at last.
Adios. Love y'all. See y'all. Wish me luck in the morning. If you wake up at any point in the morning and you say, man, this sucks, just think that I'm going to be sucking way more than you. Love ya.